Hey everyone, KP here. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A video. First question is, who is Kangaroo Power? Well, I have no idea who that could be. I'm just kidding. It's me. I go by KP. I'm a streamer on Twitch, and I play a variety of games, but you can also catch me speedrunning Crash 4, and I love to draw. Why'd you start streaming? I started streaming because my friend Mango wanted me to play Final Fantasy, the remake for PS4, and he wanted to see me play it, and so he let me borrow the game, and he wanted me to stream it. I, I and the way I didn't really have a way to stream it to him without a capture card, so I had to get a capture card first, and then I figured, you know what, I might as well stream it to Twitch, and then so that's kind of how I started streaming in the first place because my friend wanted me to play Final Fantasy, and that was the first game I ever streamed as well. That kind of ties into the next question, which is what's the first game you remember playing? It's Final Fantasy, and that's also the main reason why I started streaming in the first place. Next question. Why did you name your Twitch Kangaroo Power? Oh boy, this is a juicy one. You're about to get some KP lore here. So it all started back when I was creating my Twitch account. My sister was right there next to me, helping me create it, and I was trying to come up with a name. It was really hard. I'm really, believe it or not, kangaroos are not my favorite animals. Turtles are, and so we were trying to find something related to turtles, like Ninja Turtle or Speedy Turtle, and then Turtle Power. And then I don't know how it came about, but I was like, what about kangaroos? Because it came from Turtle Power, like Kangaroo Power. Kangaroos are powerful, right? And so we just liked how that sounded and we went with that. But the only reason we thought of kangaroos in the first place was because like a few days prior to me changing my Twitch name, I had me and my sister had watched a documentary on kangaroos. Um, the reason that happened, how we ended up watching the documentary, it goes back even further, is because I was joking with her. I was just like, "Oh, kangaroos are like scrawny," and she was like, "No, have you seen a kangaroo?" And so that led to Google searches, and then we found what's it called, a National Geographic documentary, and it showed like a big, tall, 7-foot buff kangaroo. And I was just like, oh my goodness, these guys are strong and powerful, and they like fight for like life and death with other kangaroos. And I was just like, this is insane. And so that's how we ended up coming up. That's how we ended up coming up with Kangaroo Power. If that makes any sense. Best moments on Twitch. It's definitely got to be the mini pool when I did my 24-hour stream. For those that don't know, I did a 24-hour stream to celebrate my 25th birthday, and I decided to get a mini pool because that was kind of like a joke. Like my Twitch homies were saying like, oh, you should do a hot tub stream, because at the time hot tub streamers were the thing and that was the Twitch meta. And so I figured, you know what, it might as well embrace it, just joke around. And so I bought a mini pool from like a sports store, and then I got my goggles, and then I sat in it during my 24-hour stream for like 4 to 5 hours, like this crisscross applesauce. And then that was pretty painful, but that wasn't the difficult and iconic thing about it. It was the fact that I had to take it out of my room because the mini pool was in my room, and I had a bunch of books, stuff like this in the background, and the pool was leaking. And so I had to scoop out the water during the 24-hour stream once I was done with the mini pool. And so that took like almost an hour of scooping out the water and shoving it out the window because until the pool was heavy enough to take it out. But yeah, that's definitely up there for one of the best moments on Twitch. Will we ever see the hot tub again? First of all, it's not a hot tub, it's a mini pool. And no, we won't. After the 24-hour stream, I threw away the mini pool because it had a hole and was leaking. But that doesn't mean I might not get one in the future. But I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't want to scoop out water again. All right, next question. What has been your favorite KP meme? Oh, Those get pretty wild, but hands down, I gotta say it's the Godfather one. That was like the first meme that made me like go like, oh my god. And I showed my whole family, and they loved it. But there's some really good ones. Here, check these out. What do you really think of all your trolling viewers? I have no words. Nah, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I mean, at first cause like I'm kind of like I wasn't when I was streaming, I wasn't really used to people trolling me before, and then as I started streaming more and people like making memes and stuff like that, it kind of bothered me a little bit, but then like I learned to embrace it and then just accept it, and then it's pretty fun. You guys need to meme harder. Come on, you guys are slacking. Nah, just kidding. I'm gonna get bombarded with memes probably later, but yeah, that's probably it was. It's a lot of fun. Like it definitely like was like whoa, because I'm not used to this type of thing before. Um, because I was like yeah, but yeah. Wenley mod, I don't know. That depends. Only time will tell. Next question. How long were you interested in speedrunning before you started? Ah, shoot. Well, I would say speedrunning ties back into the first. I would say around the time when Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time it first came out, around October 2020. I was playing that game. I was going for full completion, 106%. That ended up taking me like it took me months to, I'll be honest, it took me months to fully complete it. But as I was completing it, I was looking at other people streaming Crash Bandicoot, and then I saw people were speedrunning it, and I never really understood or had a concept of what speedrunning was, but I just saw they were moving in ways that I didn't think were possible in the game, and so that really like inspired me to try to do stuff like that, and I just kept watching streams. In particular, watching Daymosk, and Potty, and then Rico. Those three people in particular, and then Crispy Tacos as well. Watching those Twitch streamers stream Crash Bandicoot 4. At the time, they were the top runners, and they were putting in some work. And so I was like, oh, I want to do that. But I was mainly watching any percent runs from Daymosk. And then I was like, dude, these glitches are crazy. And I didn't really feel like I had the power. Well, not necessarily power. I didn't feel like I didn't have the skills to do those glitches because they looked really hard, and I had never done any sort of speedrun glitch in my life before. And so then I came across Potty's channel, and I saw he was doing an all clear gems, and I was like, oh, this is more pure gameplay as opposed to glitches, and so maybe I'll have a chance of doing decent on an all clear gems run, ACG, which is one of my favorite categories. It's my favorite category, but it's very long speed run. I was like, oh, it's longer than any percent, but I feel like I can do that as opposed to any percent. Nowadays, I feel like I could do either, but I enjoy playing all clear gems more than I do any percent. But I do plan to grind any percent because that's what got me interested in speedrunning in the first place. And around May, I believe, or March, the game launched for PC, and that's when I became serious. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna stream it. I mean, I'm gonna try to speedrun this game and do as best I can. And so I'm continuing to speedrun it and grind it out. I'm having a lot of fun. It's definitely challenging, and it wears out my thumb, but it's a lot of fun. So I would say maybe that was maybe like a 6-month stretch of me thinking about speedrunning before I actually did one. My first official speedrun was probably around July. I'm not too sure. I would have to check my speedrun profile, but yeah, it definitely took me a while to actually start speedrunning, but watching speedrunning made me want to do it. In particular, Crash 4 as well. What are your favorite and least favorite games you have ever played? Well, my favorite games, that one's easy. It's hands down got to be Crash Bandicoot 2. That was OG. That's the first game that I owned. I got it for PlayStation when I was around 5 or 6. Got it for Christmas with the PS1. And along with it, I got Spyro the Dragon. And so those two games are my favorite. Least favorite game I've played. I don't really know. Um that's a tough one actually because I would say there have been games that I have dropped because I lost interest in, but I had always planned to go back to play them. That's mainly true with RPGs though, because they're very time consuming. But I really do enjoy playing RPGs. But one in particular that I remember dropping was Golden Sun. It was the sequel, and at the time I just wasn't into it. But it's a good game. I need to go back and play it, but it's on DS, and so right now I'm too occupied with other games. But in particular, I wouldn't say I really have a least favorite game. It's kind of hard to say. Do you enjoy drawing or gaming more? I'm gonna have to go with gaming. I do enjoy drawing, but at times I find it pretty frustrating, especially when I'm learning new things when it comes to gaming, because I see myself relaxing more by gaming. Like, so I try hard when I speedrun Crash 4, but like if I just want to chill with the homies, sometimes I'll hop in and play like an ARAM with them, or I'll play some Teamfight Tactics to chill, or I'll just play Spyro. Different games for different things. For drawing, my comfort place is probably just drawing Pokemon. But at times, like I get frustrated how some drawings don't come out the way I want them to, or I have some vision in my head and I just cannot, for the life of me, make it come to paper. And so it's easier for me to get frustrated drawing than it is gaming. I love both, but I would say I enjoy gaming more than I do drawing. Are we getting a VR stream? No. I don't have a VR headset. So as for now, no. Maybe sometime in the future, but not anytime soon. What do you like to do when you're not gaming or drawing or swimming? I would say I like to watch the homies on Twitch. I like to support them. Like even if I can only pop in for a few minutes, like I always like, oh, so and so streaming. Let's go check them out. That's what I like to do on my free time. Or I'll be keeping up with the NBA. Me and my family are pretty big basketball fans, and so it's always pretty cool seeing different teams play. And I'm just really into basketball. I still have a basketball court in my backyard. I haven't played recently, but I used to play a lot when I was a kid. Just shoot some hoops, play with my cousins and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much that. What was the last thing you tried and hated it, and what was the last new thing you tried and loved it? Um, oof, this one's really hard. The first part of the question, I don't think I have an answer for, but the last part I have an answer for. It's what was the last new thing you tried and loved it? I never used to put dressing on my salads until recently, and it's a game changer. I don't know why before I just didn't really like it, so it makes the salad unhealthier, obviously, but it definitely tastes a lot better, and I've been enjoying it like the past couple of weeks. One, what was the last new thing you tried and hated it? That part of the question. I don't know. I mean, I would say I really have no idea. Yeah, I got nothing for that. Sorry. Here we go. What position do you plan to play when you climb in League? For those of you that don't know, I plan on playing League of Legends sometime next year to climb with my homie, that boy. We're gonna try to go for gold. I've always wanted to climb in League of Legends, but the game's always been like pretty toxic, and so that kind of turned me off from trying. But I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's just try it once. And then so I was just messing around, telling my homies like, yo, if you don't make gold next year, I'll duel with you. but I was gonna duel with him anyway, or if he didn't want to duel, I was gonna climb on my own to try it out because it was something I always wanted to try. Back in 2018, I was really into League, but I never played rank because it was spooky. But that's gonna change. So, as for position, sorry, I kind of got off tangent there. I started the game as a top laner, so if I duo with that boy, I would say I'm gonna go top, and he's most likely gonna go mid. But if he decides to go bottom, then I'd probably play support with him, or AD, or yeah, we like swap around. But if we go our separate ways, I'd probably play top because I started off as a top laner. And for champions, I would say for top, I'm more familiar playing Garen and Sion, and I started learning Nasus too. But I would like to learn Renekton as well to add to the champion pool. So those would be like my top four for top. But if I play support, I know how to play Lux and Morgana. Mainly like AP support, like zoners. Those are the two I mainly play. And then I do play a little bit of Karma, but not really. But if for some reason I don't end up in the top lane and I have to choose any other lane aside from like support or top, it'd probably be the jungle. I really like playing Kayn. I think he's really cool. I think it'd be dope to take him top lane, but I don't know if that's viable. But yeah, I would say Kayn and Warwick would probably be my junglers if I ended up there. That would probably be my secondary if I end up going top. And I need a secondary, it'd probably be jungle. What is it like being the most wholesome homie? I have no idea how to answer that. Honestly, I wouldn't consider myself wholesome, if that makes any sense. I did have a humble upbringing. I will say that. My parents pretty much taught me how to be humble, but here I am filming a video, so maybe that's contradictory. But for the most part, yeah, I have no comment. I have been told that, like, I mean, I've told people, like, oh, I'm gonna have cookies with milk, and they're just like, oh, that's so wholesome. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I mean, that's like my favorite snack ever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to this question. Well, that's pretty much the end of our video. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate each and every one of you for your questions and for checking out this video. Sorry if I stuttered here and there. It's pretty tough. This is like my first time filming a video just for YouTube as opposed to being on Twitch. Being on Twitch has definitely helped me film, but oh my god, this was so nerve-wracking. Once again, thank you all, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Dude, this is hard.